a young person in a community, this time a young man, 18 years old, believed to be a student at Uvalde, the high school there. Whether or not he was still in class or not remains an unanswered question at this hour, but authorities say he did shoot and kill his grandmother before then going to the Robb Elementary School, where he then shot and killed 14 children and a teacher there as well. I want to bring in Isaias Melendez, an eyewitness at the scene. And Isaias, first of all, I'm sorry that you have to join us under such horrific circumstances. Can you tell us what you saw, what you heard, and where you are?
Yeah, well, it was just this morning I was sitting with my friend and we were just hanging out at his house, and I got a call from my mom asking if I heard the gunshots, because we do live in the same area as the school. And I said no. And as we were on the phone, we could just hear more gunshots. And then she walked outside and got in the car to go see what was going on, because, well, I wasn't home. And there was cops driving, so many cops, like, speeding towards the school. And she told me to go see what was going on at the school. And, well, I told my friend if he wanted to go check it out. He said yeah, so we went to go check it out. And that's whenever the Border Patrols, there was just any type of law enforcement just there trying to see what was going on, trying to help out. Everybody just going crazy, parents running up and down, and the helicopter hovering over the school. And we heard the gunshots, and they were saying that the shooter was actually shooting out the window and having to shoot out with the cops broad daylight in front of our eyes. Parents going crazy because children were scared and they were running out of the school.
You could actually see some of the children from the other classrooms running from the school?
Yeah, running out of the school.
And Isaias, what else can you tell us about the community? I know it's a small town. I'm sure most families are familiar with everyone else who lives there, a community that sort of relies on one another, depends on one another.
Yeah, a very small community. I mean, every single kid that got shot, there's some kind of relation. I know every single one. Either it's some of my friends or some of my friends' cousins, or, I mean, actually 2 of the kids that got shot were 2 of my girlfriend's cousins.
And without naming any names, we certainly don't want to do that on the air here. We want to wait for law enforcement to do that, because they have the painful task of notifying the family. So we don't want names on the air, certainly, but can you tell us anything more about what age range we believe that some of these victims are, what grade the classroom was, or classrooms that were targeted?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on that.
And what can you tell us about help for these parents that you described running to and from the scene, help with them trying to find their loved ones? Were you able to see if any of those parents were in fact helped, consoled? Are they getting what they need?
No, you could just see the fear in their eyes. I mean, we were all told to step back. I mean, we didn't know what was going on, or we were just all told to step back. And I mean, as a parent, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. You're going to put your life in jeopardy for your kid.
Isaias Melendez, we really do appreciate your observations on such a horrific day in your community, and I'm sorry for you having to live through and witness what you saw there this afternoon. But you've been listening here to ABC News Live coverage. The witness there talking about watching parents run to the school, trying to find out anything they could about their own children, their own loved ones, waiting for word from authorities. Isaias also described the gunshots that he could still hear once he arrived at that school, and also the children running from the school, from the other classrooms, to safety. All of this as he was standing there watching this play out. I want to bring in Maria Villarreal, our correspondent who's already on the scene, and she was telling us earlier about the father who had not heard about his own child. I'm curious if we know anything more about him. And Maria, you've also learned about the general age range of some of the victims this afternoon.
Yeah, David. So as we were walking right up to the school, as you can see, it's right behind me. We've spoken with several family members, several parents, each one of them telling us that the child they cannot find at the Civic Center, where evacuations were happening, at the hospitals nearby and in San Antonio. The children's ages that are still missing are 10 years old, which puts them right around 4th grade. Now again, school district officials are not releasing a whole lot of information at this time, but this is information we are getting directly from parents. These are parents we saw running to the school to try and find their kids. One father I spoke with, as you just mentioned, not more than about 15 minutes ago, stopped me in the street and he asked me if I knew where the funeral home was. That funeral home is about 4 blocks away from us down this street. As you can see, there is a heavy, heavy law enforcement presence here right now. We have a Department of Troopers, DPS here on site, local law enforcement as well, Border Patrol agents. And for those of you that might be wondering why there might be a heavy Border Patrol agent presence, it's because we're not too far from the border. I've spoken with the mayor's office as well. He tells us right now this is a very flexible and fluid situation. But one thing he could tell us was this is a community that is very strong, very connected, a community of farmers and ranchers, and this is a very devastating situation for them. I mean, this town has less than 20,000 people in it. So this is an extremely, extremely difficult situation for them. A lot of these family members are lingering right behind us. They are waiting to hear any information they can from not just law enforcement, but even school district officials. Just about a minute or two ago, we did see FBI SWAT vehicles go right through here, larger vehicles than what we are normally used to seeing. A lot of times when these vehicles come on site, it is for 2 reasons. One, to try and check the location for any sort of explosive devices that may have been taken on by the suspect. That is not the case in this situation. These vehicles look like vehicles that will be used to try and take victims out of the school. Again, David, we're very cautious in the information that we're releasing right now because, as we heard just a bit ago, both the governor, law enforcement, and school district officials are being very limited in what they're telling us, and that is because they want to make sure they get in contact with all of the parents before giving us that info. David?
Maria Villarreal, we appreciate your reporting, and we know as a mom yourself, it's not easy arriving at the scene of these awful, awful shootings and having to interact with family members, just as you simply report out the story and the pain that you describe from that father. We could all feel in your description. So, Maria, we'll come back to you. Thank you.